Hello everyone. I hope you all are doing great. So today again I am back with one new topic in Jenkins, and this is one of the most important topic which we are going to cover for today. How to create a job in Jenkins. Before creating the job, let us understand what is Jenkins job. So a Jenkins job is a sequential set of tasks that a user defines. For example, a job can fetch source code from version control, compile the code, run some tests on the code, and do many more stuff related to that code. So in Jenkins, the term job is synonymous with project. In addition, the number of job type depends on plugin that you have installed. For example, a Maven project or job is only available if you install the Maven plugin. So now let us see what are different type of jobs which we have to understand and we have to do it practically. So the very first type of job is called freestyle project. So what is freestyle? This job type is the default project type and is the most flexible to configure. So in Jenkins, this freestyle is the default type of project. Whenever you create any job, by default you can have the freestyle project. But lot of flexibilities are not available with freestyle job. That's why we have another options also. Like we have pipeline. What is pipeline? A pipeline is a way of defining your entire build process using code in the form of a Jenkins file. So when we will be learning pipeline, I will explain you how to create the pipeline, what is Jenkins file. These all concepts will be covering once we will be going in deeper pipeline. Today project, we are mainly going to understand freestyle project and create the freestyle jobs. If you take the example of pipeline job, this will be the high level syntax like pipeline keyword, agent, stages, and then closing those brackets. I'll explain in deep about this. As of now, just understand we have freestyle job and pipeline job. Even we have option called multi-branch pipeline as well. So multi-branch pipeline is extension of the pipeline job. About this multi-branch also we will be learning. In today's session we will learn how to change the jobs, means how once one job is executed, how the other job will be triggered, and once that job is completed, how the next job will be triggered. So this part also we'll be learning as part of today's exercise. Now how to create a job. So this screen you will be getting where you will get the options, your job name, you have to put in this text box, and then you will be selecting the type of job. So as I told, freestyle is the most common one. Today we will be doing freestyle practically. You have option of pipeline, you have multi configuration project. This is just the folder. If you want to create the folder, then multi branch pipeline and organization of folders. So main important is freestyle for today, and then in next lectures we will be learning about pipeline jobs as well. So let us begin the practical exercise for creating Jenkins job. This is our Jenkins dashboard. Once you log into the Jenkins dashboard, here you see as an admin user, I am logged in here. In the left side, you see new item. Click on new item. And then you will get the options of freestyle pipeline, multi-configuration folder, multi-branch, and organization folder. Here give the job name. It should be any name. So I am giving DEVOPS Tech Stack job 1. You can put any name. And then select freestyle and click on OK button. Once this OK button is pressed, you will get this new screen. In the new screen, first section you see is description. So what is written? What needs to be written in description? The detailed about your project, if you want to explain. Like, this is my first job which is used for testing the, which will be used for testing purpose. You can write the purpose or description about it. And here you can see the preview, how it will look. So this will look like this message which is coming down. Then you have many other options if you scroll down. So discard old bills. Suppose if some of the options which you are not aware or you want to know what exactly this option is going to do, here question mark is there. So you can click on the question mark. Then this message comes. What is this message? This determines when If ever, build records of this project should be discarded. Build record include console output, archived artifacts, and any other metadata related to particular build. So this is whole detail about discard old builds. Slowly we will be learning about these options. As of now, just you understand that how to see the more detailed options related to a job. Next option is GitHub project. So if your project is kept in a repository like GitHub, you can give the project URL here. And in the advanced sections, you can display the name and those options which you want to display here. Here you can give the project URL. So like this, https github.com/ your project name. So this option, if you are selecting, you can use the project which is kept in GitHub. As of now, we are not selecting, so it's fine. This project is parameterized. This is very important section. In next lecture, I will cover about the parameterized jobs. Next option is throttle builds. So if you want to know what is throttle build, you can click on it and you can see the message here. Enforces a minimum time between build based on desired maximum rate. This does not enforce an average rate. It only looks at the time since last build. So what exactly this option does? If multiple time your job is running, it will make sure that there is a minimum time between the builds. Next option is execute concurrent builds if necessary. If you want to build the jobs parallelly, like concurrently, if you want to build, then you can select this option. So here if you read, you will get a detailed explanation about the concurrent builds also. Next section is source code management. So you want to use GitHub for your source code management, then you can use the repository URL, credentials which will be used to connecting to your repositories, and then which branch you want to use and other options. But as of now, we will be using none of the source code management. So none option is selected. Then you have the option called build triggers. This section, let us see option 1. Trigger builds remotely. Easy, like example from scripts. Like if you want to trigger the job or build the job remotely using some scripts, this option you can select. So when you select this option, you have to give the Jenkins URL and token details. So if you click on this option, you will see enable this option if you would like to trigger new build by accessing a special predefined URL convenient for a script. Like in the script, via a script, if you want to trigger these jobs, maybe you can use the option trigger builds remotely. Similar way, you have the next option build after other projects are built. What this option does, like suppose you have two projects, what you want, once the first project is done, then only you want to trigger this job, then you can select this option and you can define the project name, which project, after which project this you want to build. Similar way, you have build periodically. This is like Linux cron. Cron means it will automatically run your job at a specified interval of time. Example, we have explained you in the cron sections in Linux, like cron has multiple options like every hour, every minute, every alternate days, or in month once or in month twice. So these kind of schedules you can define here like this. You can define minute, hour, date of month and date of week, and star specifies all valid values. So these options you can use to trigger your job at a regular interval of time or build your job at a regular interval. Next option is GitHub hook trigger for Git source code management pooling. So what this option does, this option will continuously monitor your GitHub, your source code, and it will build the job if there is some changes has been observed in your GitHub repositories. And similar way you have poll SCM, means poll the SCM source code management. So what it will do, configure Jenkins to poll changes in source code management. Note that this is going to be expensive operations as every polling requires Jenkins to scan entire workspace and verify it with server. Considering setting a push trigger to avoid this overhead, so we have the other options. Instead of poll SCM, to use, which we will be explaining in later part. So in build trigger options, you are now almost aware about the different options available. Similarly, you have build environment. Like you want to use some secret file or text file to build your job. You want to delete the workspace. So what is workspace in Jenkins? Whenever you create any job, it gets one workspace created for that particular job. So what you want, like whatever the workspace, previous workspace is existing, if you select this option, what it will do, it will clear the existing workspace and then it will rerun the job. Similarly, if you want to use some secret text or file, you can select this option. You can have add timestamp to console output. Means whenever you select this option, the output of your job will having the timestamp written there. Then you have inspect build log for published build scans. If you want to inspect the build details, you can select these options. You can select this option terminate a build if it's stuck. What this option will do? This option, if your job is stuck due to some problem, instead of being stuck, it will terminate the job. And you have the option to use and also. So this option also you can select if you want. As of now, we are not going to use these options. Now, this is the most important section, like build steps. So what exactly you want to do when you are running your job? What you want your job to do? So here in the add build option, you have multiple options like Ansible tower, want to do some Ansible, execute some Windows batch command, execute some shell command, and many other options are there. As of now, let us just select execute shell. So this is simple Linux shell. If you are using the Windows computer, then you can use execute batch command or batch options is there, which I have shown you. So here you can run any shell command. Like I want to run the date command and I want to run echo command. In the echo, what I want to do, I just want to echo some message like echo test job. So now that's it. And then you have the option called post build actions. Like once this job is done, what you want to do? Like you can aggregate downstream test results, archive the artifacts, build other projects. Similar way, email notification you want to send, you want to do something with GitHub, multiple options are there. Even delete workspace when build is done, but I am not selecting any post build actions as of now. You can just save the job. Once job is saved, in the left side you will see one option called build now button. So click on this build now button. Once I click, in the bottom you will see build history and here you see one green button and then the job build number 1, what time exactly it has been executed. You can click on this one and what you see, started by the admin user, whatever the user I was logged in, running as system. This is the workspace created for your this job, and then it has executed the date command and it has given you the actual date. And then echo message, you were printing test job, so it has printed the test job. Now, so this is the simple way how to create a job and how to run a job. Here what you see one option called status of last build, and if you click on this, scroll on this option, you will see success. This is called weather report showing aggregated status of recent build. Like what is the status of recent build? And here you see this is sunny days. Sunny day means there is no problem. Everything is good. So build is stable in this case. And then how much time it has taken? 47 seconds. Last success was 47 seconds ago. The first build was successful. Last failure is not applicable. And last duration, how much time? 0.29 seconds it has taken. Now suppose you want to rerun the job. Again click on build now. And what you will see second build here came. And if you click on this option, here you will see the console output and second build has been done. Now you suppose you want to edit something to this job. Then you have an option here in the left side called configure option. So in the configure option, you can go and modify something. Test job 1 and maybe I am doing some mistake here. Instead of date, I am putting DAT and then let us save and run the job. Again build now. So now see what happens. So here you see some red color came and you are seeing failed console output. Here if you go, what option you are seeing? Date DAT command not found. So this has been a failure. And if you go to your dashboard, again what you will see, the last status is failed. And here if you will see build is stable, this build is not stable. It looks some problem with the build. And last failure option, now you are seeing the third build has failed due to some problem and it has taken 20 milliseconds. So this way you can create a simple job in Jenkins. Suppose if you want to delete this, you have the option called delete project and then you can click on OK to delete it. If you want to rename this job, you can rename this job using these options in the left side. Now here status options, you can see like project DevOps job and description about this. If you want to disable this project, in the right side here you can see disable option is there. You can disable this project. So now when you will go to the dashboard, you will see this project is disabled. If you want to enable it again, you can go and enable this project. So this way you can create very simple job, very first job in Jenkins. Now let us fix this job first and then we'll see how to change the job. Like once this job is done, how to run the next job. Save it and now run again so that the build will be stable in this case. So now fourth build, you can see this is successful. Now suppose what I want to do, I want to create more jobs. And what I want to do, once my job 1 is done, then only those jobs should be done. So now I am creating a job called job 2. And what we want to do in this job, we want to run some shell command, simple echo, and then here we can just do job 2. And what we want to do here, we want to add the add the post build actions. Like what post build of actions we want to add? If you want to do like some email notifications you want to see, or you want to build other projects, or you want to archive the artifacts. Right now let us leave it. So this is our job 2. Job 2 is never executed, so here you see not build. Now you go to job 1 and in the configure sections, what you do, you add the post build actions. And what you want to do, post build other projects, and here you can put your job 2 name. So what you are telling, that trigger only if build is stable, means if job 1 is stable, job 1 is successful, then only build the job 2. And second option is trigger even if build is unstable, means this build is having some problem, still you build the second job. Third option is trigger even if build fails, even this job is failing, still you do it with the second job. But I want only the first option right now, so save it now. So now if you go to the dashboard, what you will see, that your job 2 has never built. Now let us do one thing, let us build job 1. So now I have clicked on build now. Let us see fifth build will come. So fifth build you see. What you are seeing, that echo command has printed the message, date you got, and then you got an option called triggering a new build of job 2. And then you see finish job success. Now go to job 2 and you see here console output for job 1. This is job 2 which has been triggered by job 1. So here you see the message. Started by upstream project DEVOPS-TECHSTACK job 1 build number 5, originally caused by started by admin, and then this job 2 message got printed. So what we understood, that you can trigger one job depending on the other job. So now suppose if I create one more job, that is job 3, and here what I want to do, I again want to run some simple shell command, but I want this job to run only if other jobs are successful. So echo test job 3. Now save this job. Now you go to dashboard and go to job 1. And what you want to do, or instead of depending on job 1, you now make job 3 depend on job 2. So go to configure and what you want to do here, add post build actions and build other projects when job 2 is done. Save. Now what you want to do? Now you can see this job 2 has built one time, this job 3 has never been built, and this job has built multiple times. Now first job when completes, it triggers job 2, and now when job 2 will complete, it will trigger job 3. So let us see how it's working. So now you click on build now button. So now you can see the sixth one, and you see triggering the new build for job 2. Now go to job 2, and job 2 you see here option 3 is pending in queue period and it's finishing waiting. Some message is getting printed. Let us wait till the time it's done. So now you see third build here. So what it is doing? It is triggering a new build of job 2. So what exactly has happened here? We have made some mistake where the same job name we have given. So every time it went into the loop and it's running job 2, job 2, job 2 again and again. So go to configure button, and in the configure options, instead of job 2, we should be giving job 3 name, but we have given the job 2 name. So now let us save it, and you can see continuously this job is running, because every time job 2 is successful, it's triggering job 2 again, it's triggering job 2 again. So now if you go to the seventh build, what you can see, that triggering a new build of job 3. Previously it was triggering himself again and again. Now I fixed it, so it has triggered job 3. If you go to job 3, you can see that upstream project, it has been triggered by upstream project. So this is exactly the concept which I wanted to explain, that how to change the job. Like one job is depending on other job is depending again on the next job. This way you can make a chain of jobs, and once one task is done, you can trigger the next task job, you can trigger the next task job. This way you can have multiple jobs synced or related to each other. That's it about today's lecture. Thank you so much guys for giving your valuable time.